Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing, but you guys know what time it is. We're going to be talking about XRP. Happy Saturday wherever you are around the world. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I was unable to give you guys an update late last night. Usually I do bring out updates during that point, but I was busy. But we're back. We're not missing any day, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys that are joining the Crypto ZX army. But a lot to talk about, so let's waste no more time and get right into it. So starting off with a Chad's tweet, current map of active Ripple payments, XRP in use. We're going to come back to this a little later on, but let's take a look at what's happening with the broader market. So as we did start off Saturday, the market is feeling a little bit of love across the board, as you can see. A reason as to why the market is seeing a little bit of love is because, the dominance index actually did see a little bit of a dip, and Bitcoin price has seen a little bit of a, move towards the upside, which is giving a little bit of a breather for altcoins. If you don't know, I've been discussing over the course of the last, few days that, this Bitcoin target could actually come to life, and it actually did end up happening. I was being laughed at. People were saying this is crazy. Bitcoin is never going to go to these levels. Altcoiners are never going to go that low. But you guys know, on this specific channel, we keep it 100% realistic, unbiased videos, and of course, the people that genuinely understand that, appreciate that. But yeah, that exactly happened. But we're gonna obviously talk about that. Looking at XRP, it's up 2.1%. Price currently sitting at 52.7%, up 2.3% in USD, and about 1% in Bitcoin comparative. Market cap is almost approaching the $30 billion mark, and the 24-hour trading volume is at 620.5 million. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So I really want to talk about this. So, current map of active Ripple payments, you can pretty much see Asia is, pretty much at the forefront. Europe as well, massive amounts of Europe and, Brazil. But if you look at it, North America, there's pretty much nothing going on here. We've heard massive companies coming in, obviously testing, but, in terms of actually using, that is not happening. It could be due to regulatory factors. But, this really goes to show how much interest for Ripple is actually outside of North America. If you guys don't know, this is a American company, and, most of its business is actually outside of North America. And I think there is going to come a time, and we've been hearing some massive news coming out, as you know, if you follow the channel, if you follow the community. There's so much going on for Ripple itself, but there is also one thing that a lot of people tend to ignore. Pretty much for the last 5.5 years, we've been in this lawsuit, which gets companies to kind of shy away from actually testing it. Because again, when you're in a major lawsuit like this, and again, this is a major lawsuit for the past 5.5 years, guys, it can kind of have you shy away until things kind of get, cleared up before you start, officially partnering with them. But the RLUSD, which again is weeks away, coming out from Brad Garlinghouse himself, I think that is going to be a huge catalyst into this, especially if it gets regulatory clarity, a stable coin, and of course that could be a game changer for North America specifically. But very interesting thing to look at. A lot of people won't pay attention to that, but do let me know your personal thoughts down below regarding this. But let's take a look at what's really happening, external and within the crypto space. So you can see $1.78 trillion was wiped out from the US stock market in the first week of September. So almost the entire market valuation of cryptocurrency. Let that sink in. Not a lot of people realize how big this is. So pretty much the first week of September, today is the 7th of September, so we're a week into September, but the first, I would say, 2 to 3 days, you saw 1.78, so pretty much rounded up to $1.8 trillion that was actually wiped out, left the stock market, and that is almost the entire market cap of the crypto space. And that really shows you how early crypto really is compared to the traditional markets. So again, if you've been following the channel, this is going to play a huge role for investor confidence. And in terms of, inflation, obviously inflation numbers came up better, but people are saying, a lot of economists are saying, we're in for a massive recession coming up. And let's actually talk about the recession. You can see this for yourself. The odds of a recession might be rising according to Federal Reserve's Goolsby. So again, a lot of symptoms. We are seeing major amounts of symptoms that kind of, hint that potential, recession is coming. And on top of that, we actually heard something massive. And I think this could be a good move in the right direction, because as we know, BRICS' main goal is right now to kind of shy away from the US dollar, and not be dependent on that, because US dollar is the most powerful currency. But it has been having a major impact lately, and I'm sure if you follow the external news, you guys know what's going on. But we had some major news coming out from Donald Trump suggest he will lift sanctions against Russia because it's hurting the dollar. So again, let me know your personal thoughts. Do you still think we see a recession next year? Because of course people are completely blind going into 2025 thinking, obviously, we know November is massive. November is the major, major decision maker. You could kind of put it at that way. If one person wins, crypto goes up. If one person loses, a lot of analysts are predicting. And again, this is a prediction at the end of the day that, crypto, stock market, pretty much everything goes down at that point, which is very much needed. So let me know your personal thoughts down below as to what you personally think. But going into 2025, you need to have a specific strategy, even going into this election. So if you bought crypto early on, and as we know, how many of these analysts are saying if a certain person were not to win, you will see a stock market crash. And again, at the end of the day, only time will tell, of course. But if you don't want to be impacted by that, if you don't want your gains that you have made, and I know there's going to be some trolls coming out and saying, well, I didn't make any gains. Well, if you look at it from a yearly standpoint, there's a lot of coins that made people massive amounts of money. We're in a bull market, believe it or not. A lot of people don't see that. But if you don't want your profits wiped out, if in case the wrong person were to be elected, who are in favor of crypto or not, depending on how you look at it from that point of view, at the end of the day, I don't talk politics as to who I support or whatever. But if you don't want to get your money lost, then I think major stop losses should be in place leading up to the election itself. If obviously those stop losses don't hit, great. If they hit, then your profits are at safer end. Usually it's not good to keep your coins on an exchange, but I think around that specific time, leading up to the election, maybe maybe a day before or something, I would have some major stop losses in place just in case, because there's a lot of people having mixed thoughts, which could leave people completely confused. And that's what I want to really tell you guys. But shout outs to Smoke posting something very interesting. Central banks of Russia will use existing cryptocurrencies with exchanges for international trade. Crypto exchanges like Grantex and XVED have already demonstrated utility for Russia to evade sanctions. By relying on these crypto exchanges, the Central Bank of Russia can officially and unofficially leverage their services across major blockchains to facilitate cross-border transactions. Very, very interesting. Do let me know your personal thoughts down below regarding this. But looking at the dominance index, guys, wow, look at this. Dominance index fell quite sharply. This is right in front of you, and you really want to be thanking the Bitcoin dominance index to see these gains that you're seeing right now over the course of the last 24 hours, to be specific, to be quite frank with you. Because as far as Bitcoin is concerned, Bitcoin has seen only a little bit of a move towards the upside, but look what happened. Bitcoin went to $52,000. People were laughing at me around here, and you could see this for yourself. Bitcoin went down to this level and did not surprise me at all. Go watch any of my videos, you will see that. And you're starting to understand the significance of that 64K mark, and of course the psychological 60K remark. Right now, Bitcoin by no means is in the safe end at all. Absolutely not. Even though you're seeing a little bit of green, we're not getting excited right now on the Crypto ZX channel. As far as XRP is concerned, obviously, to all the trolls that are going to think that XRP is not going to react to this momentum, let me tell you that's not the case. XRP did go down to 50 cents, but it has seen a little bit of a recovery. Obviously, some resistance around this range, but hovering around almost 53 cents. But again, if you look at it from the weekly time frame, it is looking much better than majority of the coins. But right now, of course, we have seen that impact due to Bitcoin's move. But like I said, there's a lot of kind of skepticism within the XRP community, because there's a lot of things going on for that specific category as well, because the next few days are coming to be very, very important. So again, you want to be obviously prepared for that. But as of now, in terms of the price of XRP, looking good, not too bad compared to the broader market, but we're going to take it one step at a time. In terms of getting excited, you guys know I get excited when we get into the 78.6. Until then, obviously, we're going to be talking about that. But let me know down below what you guys think. What are your personal thoughts regarding this? Love each and every one of you guys. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? We'll see you tomorrow in Crypto ZX, and peace out.